St. Patrick's Day is upon us, my friends, and it is a holiday that is renowned far and wide, a feast day to celebrate St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Born, lived, and died in the 4th century, there's many legends that have grown up around St. Patrick. For example, the most famous was that he drove the snakes from Ireland. But there is a dark history, a dark legend that a lot of people don't necessarily know about. And that was, originally, Patrick wasn't even a Catholic, but he was in fact himself pagan. And what is meant by him driving out the snakes in Ireland is that he betrayed his pagan brothers and sisters to the church to push them out and to replace in its stead Christianity. That sounds a bit traitorous to me. Well, with all that dark history brought to light, I guess it can be said that St. Patrick was a bit of a cunt. Now, whether you believe any of those myths, it can truly be said that St. Patrick's Day has evolved into something different. More than anything, people see it now as a time to celebrate Irish culture, Irish heritage, the beauty and majesty of Ireland itself. I'm Brandon, this is DaVinci's Alchemyst, your blue-collar guide for drinking well and stinking pretty. And I absolutely love St. Patrick's Day, as it is a time to get together with people you care about, people you barely know even, conversate, celebrate the Irish, celebrate being Irish if you're Irish, having a bit of the crack. In a time when everyone can celebrate Irish heritage. Take it from Murphy McManus when he said,
"Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day. Everyone's Irish tonight. Why don't you just pull up a stool and have a drink with us?"
Now, I know a lot of the modern mythos about St. Patrick's Day is everyone gets together, they wear a lot of green, they drink a lot of green beer, crap like that. But more importantly, it's that you're spending time with people, enjoying life. Now for me, whenever I think of St. Patrick's Day, whenever I think of my dear sweet Ireland, two major things come to mind. One, of course, is the delicious whiskey. It's always a treat for me to have a glass of delicious Irish whiskey, but it also reminds me of the greenness. Now, I'm not talking about the color green per se, but the actual green, lush landscape of Ireland, the subtly rolling hills, the beautiful green that permeates like every corner of the island. And I have brought you a great pairing today of whiskey and fragrance that sum up and connotate everything wonderful about St. Patrick's Day. First, the whiskey. Green Spot Irish whiskey has a beautiful history, a beautiful heritage. For a very long time, it was very difficult to get here in the States. Luckily, we can find it in a relative abundance because this is probably my favorite Irish whiskey. They have other permutations. They have the yellow spot, the blue spot, and the red spot. The yellow spot I've tried, still prefer the green. The other two I haven't tried yet, but this is readily available and absolutely delicious. Let's check it out. Right up on that pour, you get that beautiful, beautiful Irish whiskey golden color. The nose on this is very reminiscent of orchard fruit, apricots, pears. I get a little bit of a quince bite, good amount of caramel, just a touch of woody undertones for the sip. The flavor on this is so incredibly fantastic. This sits at only 80 proof. It is triple distilled in Middleton using the proper traditional method of Irish copper pot stills. For something that is triple distilled, this has a huge wallop of flavor, especially for only being 80 proof. This sips great with any meal, after the meal, an absolutely fantastic and beautiful Irish whiskey for St. Patrick's Day, Green Spot. The obvious choice for me as a fragrance pairing is a recent acquisition, Soivohle Modern Perfumery. This is green oak moss. To me, this is super indicative of all of that beautiful Irish countryside. It's the wind-swept plains of the cliffs of Moher. It's the warm, cozy pub that you go to after a long hike. It's the majesty and the charm of everything Ireland. Of course, oak moss is a huge star and player in this, but you do get a slight musky quality, some wonderful sweet resins, a very green herbal patchouli with a little bit of a sticky quality. This harkens back to some very traditional, beautiful oak moss based fragrances, but it amps up the modern quality with giving it a nice little bit of sweetness to take all those edges off so that it's not too dry. I really wish that I would have had this over when I was in Ireland to kind of tie it, but every time I put it on now, I'm just instantly transported there. So for me, green oak moss is very much St. Patrick's Day. Quick short pairing for you guys today. I hope that you are celebrating St. Patrick's Day responsibly. I hope that you are taking care of yourselves and each other. And as I'm reminded of an old saying, Slainte breden bod mór agus bosan éireann. No matter what you're doing this St. Patrick's Day, don't forget to keep calm, stink pretty, drink well, and sláinte.